What's going on? I'm Shadosha the Fly Guy. My hair is nappy as hell. Where my comb at? I should do a video like this, right? Nah, I won't. Anyway, guys, it is the ADA day, which means I've got questions from you guys that we need to get answered. So let's get to them. How do you get over depression? Jeez, I could do a whole video about that. Depression in itself is a beast. I mean, there's so many emotions going through your head. You got a lot of doubt, a lot of hatred, a lot of sorrow, agony, pain. I mean, you know, that's on the surface. There's so much going on. And if there's one thing I learned when I went through my phase of depression is that you are your own worst enemy. I mean, every thought, every process, everything that's going on in your mind is just you attacking yourself. I had to get out of my own head. I love to walk by myself and talk to myself and think for myself, you know, all of that stuff. I like to spend a lot of time with myself. And when you're going through depression, you kind of end up fighting with yourself. It's crazy. It's really kind of nuts. So yeah, I guess one of the good ways to get through depression is definitely don't be alone. Surround yourself with good people, people that you hold close to you, people you care about, people that you know can help you through this. Not everybody is going to, you know, give you advice or anything like that, but that's not what you're looking for. You're looking for somebody to distract you, somebody to take your mind off of the crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? And in time, actually, believe it or not, you're not going to have that much time to think about whatever it is that depresses you. Now, if you have depression, like clinically depressed, that's a different beast within itself. I couldn't give you the answers on that because I'm not clinically depressed. I went through depression, but being depressed and being clinically depressed are two completely different things. Just know this, you can pull through it. Have some faith. What's your favorite theme song to hum, whistle, or sing? T-Brawl always with the good questions. Actually, I don't watch much television anymore, so I guess I got some kind of old school in me. Well, not really old school, because I mean, my favorite thing to whistle is like Ed, Ed, and Eddie, right? That's not that old school. But yeah, I do it. You know, I'm not gonna do it right now. I don't feel like whistling. I ain't drinking any water, so bump it. But you get the hint. Just imagine. And also, sometimes it's not really a theme song, but sometimes I like go down the street. Well, no, I don't even whistle it, so I guess this doesn't count. But I go down the street and I sing this song for the Powerpuff Girl. You know, I want to be like, love, love, love makes the world go round. I actually sing it in a high-pitched voice too. Yeah, imagine that. Multi Freddy asks, are you making a video on how you got to work with Ubisoft and go to these awesome events? Jeez, I thought I talked about this on the podcast. I'm not sure. I mean, I can make a video if you guys want to see one. Do a lot of recap videos. I did a lot in the past. Kind of tells my timeline story, but I can actually make a story for you guys if you really want to see that. I don't know. I guess it would be a fun story to tell, although there's not really much to it. They just called me. To be honest, that's all that really happened. Ryan Lee asks, how long will it take you to get where you are now with YouTube and Twitch? To be honest, in this day and age, it'll go pretty fast. But again, I just started. I mean, when I started Twitch, I actually streamed with a couple of fellow casters. And we used to play Minecraft together, Skyrim, DayZ, Left 4 Dead, all of those things. And since we had such a huge community amongst each other, that's how my numbers grew. But as time went by, as you can see now, if you go to my stream, I don't get as big those numbers. Like, I mean, I know I have close to, you know, 5,300 followers, excuse me, on Twitch and 2,000 on YouTube. But again, I'm just getting started. Like, this is, believe it or not, this is my first year actually taking things into my own hands and doing things differently in my way. So, you know, it takes time to grow with anything. It takes time. May take a year, may take 5, may take 20. Who knows? But you just got to stick with it. Hell, it might happen in one day. You never know. Giancarlos, welcome back, asks, have you ever been to Rhode Island? And do you plan on visiting one day? Maybe for Rhode Island Comic Con. Now, I know that actually passed recently. I know there was a big debacle over what happened where they overbooked. They overbooked. I know they were saying they didn't overbook. No, you overbooked. But, you know, great success. I'm glad that event was very successful. The last time I've been to Rhode Island was when I went to MLG in Providence. A few years ago. I was actually visiting at the time I was working, so I had to just kind of check up on the event and do all that cool stuff because we were one of the sponsors, which is pretty cool. I plan on going back at some point, just not right now. I don't have the need to. The only time I really travel in New England is when I gotta go to Boston for PAX, and that's it. Favorite Pokemon? Favorite Pokemon game? Great question structure there, bro. I got out of Pokemon early. For me, it was just a trend, believe it or not. Well, I think that's with Nintendo in general. But anyway, to get back to the question, my favorite Pokemon is Eevee. Why? I don't know. I just like foxes. Just cute little fox, adorable. Reminds me of my Yorkshire Terrier I had that was you know, tiny little teacup Yorkie. Named her Savannah. She was a cutie. I don't know. Eevee reminds me of my dog, so that's probably the reason. And favorite Pokemon game? It's a toss-up between Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Yellow. I really like Pokemon Stadium because, you know, you can integrate it in the N64. You can battle other people. And it was crazy. It was in 3D at the time. That was amazing. Like, it was just great. Everything about it was great. And Pokemon Yellow, I mean, Red and Blue were great, but now we got both of those games, which were awesome, in color. Or something like that. Pokemon Yellow stole the show. So, I mean, you know, it's really a toss-up between those two. I know there was some glitches, actually, in Pokemon Yellow, but I don't know, it didn't make it any different. Can you still do the rare candy thing in that one? I forgot. Alright, here's a good question. I'm in college and my time is diddle, but as soon as I graduate, I plan on getting nice and fit and lose some weight for my girl, you know? A lot of people told me to start at home first, then hit the gym. Is that good? It's all up to you. It's really what you prefer. I cannot work out in my house. Can't. I just not motivated when I'm in here. I'm distracted. There's too many distractions. Now, when I go to the gym, I get to be surrounded by people who, you know, motivated, doing stuff, look good. You know, it's just great to see, and I just want to be a part of that. So when I go to the gym, I go because it puts me in the mind frame. Some people work that way. Some people will prefer to do it, you know, at home. It's up to you. In regards to time, you don't need much. Believe it or not, you know, 45 minutes a day, it's not a lot. Really ask yourself, what are you doing throughout the day? What can you, believe it or not, I'm sure there's something in between your day that you can sacrifice for 45 minutes of your time. Think about it. Honestly, think about it, because you never know. Give it a shot. But yeah, I would say if there's anything that you can do for beginners, is just start with lightweight. Do some cardio, kind of get into the rhythm of things. Your body needs to get used to this stuff. That's going to take up most of your time, if anything. And you just get into the rhythm. You don't have to wait, but I guess I get what you're saying with things really bogging you down. It's fine. Do it when you're ready. Don't rush it, because if you do, you're not going to want to do it. Trust me, I know. Why can't you say wrist? I don't know what you're talking about. I just said it. What are your thoughts on the Kardashian family? I like that family. I'm probably one of few that appreciate that family. Now, let's be real. They ain't worth much shit, right? They're just a couple of pretty girls who got on because somebody made a sex tape. Fine. Okay. But I love to watch how they interact with society and how they're kind of molding it. They're not doing much, but they are molding society. And really, the person to watch is the mother, Kris Jenner, because she is pimping her daughters out. She is the mastermind. She is my favorite Kardashian for that reason. Like, she's just so business savvy. I don't know if she got that from her past, her former relationships, whatever. It doesn't even matter. But the fact that she's taking what was just a sex tape and she exploited that and then found other avenues to create a big business out of this, and her daughters, all of them are set. She is set. Anybody that messes with them, and even if they have kids, those kids are set. I mean, it's just a never-ending cycle of success. Kris has got the formula. I'm paying attention. So I like them. What do you think about overpriced DLCs? Well, I hate them. I don't mind supporting. That's okay. Supporting, you know, a company that you appreciate is fine. But this is also talked about, I think, 2-3 podcasts ago from this time. There were companies that were developing the game and DLC at the same time, and then charging us for the DLC. That I don't like. I don't like that. Like, it's like, how are you going to release a game and then release Day Zero DLC? Now, that is what I feel is overpriced. I don't mind paying for an expansion pack that has a vast amount of content. I think Destiny has a DLC coming out. It's 1 raid, 1 strike, 2 new maps for Crucible, and a level cap boost for 2. Now, that's going to cost $40. Nah, that's overpriced to me. That's overpriced. The game Destiny wasn't finished already, so now you're going to tell me I got to pay $40 on top of that? No, I'm not trying to pay damn near $100 for a game that hasn't been finished. No thanks. No thanks. When should someone stop learning? Are you kidding me? You should never stop learning. Ever, ever, ever. I don't see the reason. Look, this world is huge, and there's so much we don't know. And I'm talking about the most brilliant, most ingenious person still has a lot to learn. Now, the reason why half of the people like them get smart and genius, because they never stop learning. There's always something new to discover. There's always the great unknown. There's always something to help us, you know, get further in life, get better. More knowledge is always better. So, quit? Okay, maybe you're not used to the school environment. Maybe you feel like you're too old for school. Well, number one, that's wrong. Wrong. You're never too old to go to school. But also, I mean, at this point, especially in this new age, it's 2014, going on 2015. There are so many resources all over. And we got the internet to teach us something. And believe it or not, there's a lot to learn. I mean, I always bring this up. I always mention Coursera. You've got University of the People. I'm talking about these are like free education places, or sort of free, for profit. You've got Udacity, iTunes University. So many places that you can learn something, man. There's never a reason for you to stop learning. So don't. Does good eye contact with the girl I like mean anything? Well, good eye contact with anybody is a good thing, to be honest. Especially with a girl you like. I mean, if you want to win brownie points, you having that confident look or whatever, being able to look them in the eye is something that's really going to kind of get their attention. Now, will it keep it? Probably not. You know, you're going to have to follow up with that. But, I mean, it's a start. A lot of people in society today can't even look people in the eye. Like, if you walk down the street, think about it. If you walk down the street and you watch people are usually looking down, you know, looking dead forward and just, you know, like ignoring people. Or, you know, every once in a while you get that person that says, hey, how you doing? And you might get a slight smile. But usually, for the most part, people can't look people in the eye. So, you know, kudos to you. Always be proud of that. And if you can look her in the eye, that's good, because that means that you got a little confidence and comfort in yourself. Now approach her. See how it goes. You never know. You never know. She might like you back. XYZ asked me, how did you become so wise? You know, you don't have to type your name in the question. It just pops up when you put it in later. Anyway, alright, so I don't see myself as wise. I just see myself as a person who's gone through things. You know, I'm young. 20-something. I really need to remember my age. But I've seen a lot in this world, at least for my age. And there's always more to see. I'm still a student to life. So, you know, anything that I have, I'm willing to share with people, because I really don't want people to go through the things that I had to go through. But believe it or not, a lot of people have already. So it's like, for me, I'm seasoned. I've done it already. So if a problem arises, I can tell you, hey, I went through that issue before, and I came out of it. Here's how it worked. That's not being, I mean, I guess you could call that being wise. I guess that's true. You can call that being wise. But, you know, I guess I'm lucky because a lot of the people that watch this, plus listen to the podcast, are young people. People learning, people in college, high school, and things like that want to kind of progress and do what I do, or do more than what I do. And they may not know how. So, I don't know. I guess I get lucky because, again, I didn't go to school. Well, I went to college, but I dropped out on purpose. You know, I left school. And I had a lot to learn. I had my back against the wall once I did that, and I had to learn the hard way. But I'm no stranger to the streets, so I had to learn from the streets. Just get out there and learn a lot. Believe it or not, you'll have a lot of stories and a lot of things to share with people as well. It's really just a part of life. So, you know, like I said earlier, just keep learning. That's it. And with that said, guys, I am out of here. I got to do something about this nappy hair. So I want to thank you guys for watching. And, of course, if you liked it, don't be afraid to rate, comment, you know, subscribe, send it to your friends and all of that good stuff. And if you have a question or a question that you want to answer yourself, the comment section's got you covered. So go ahead, hit that up. And again, like I said, I'm out of here. Hair gotta go. Holla!